Welcome to the Wholesome Show.
The podcast that stares directly at the blazing hole of science.
The podcast that's not afraid to close its eyes and breathe deeply around the whole of science.
The podcast that has grown up and doesn't need to be first to discover the whole of science. It is true. We are grown-ups.
We are. The podcast that delights in waggling a disapproving finger at the whole of science.
The podcast that opens the whole wholesome box of science.
The podcast that will stop at nothing to breathe, that's crossed out, and then blow is written once, and then blow again. I don't know why you have to cross it out. To blow deeply into the whole of science.
Totally on topic. The podcast that guzzles the whole milk of science. Surely that was an opportunity to say it sucks it straight from the teat.
I thought about it.
You coward.
But that doesn't have the word whole.
The whole teat.
The podcast that pines.
The podcast that stands blissfully under the torrential shower from the whole of science.
No, I'm not. No. The podcast that deftly wraps its tongue around the whole of science.
See, that's a good one.
I have no problem with that one. No.
What?
No. Sorry, listener. I'm not reading that thing that Rod just wrote.
It's totally on topic. The podcast that spends its days relaxing in the swimming hole of science. I never thought you'd reach the limit. I've done well.
The podcast that spends hours playing with the whole of science.
Yes, we do.
He tried to entrap me into saying something
dreadful.
That is dreadful.
And entirely on topic.
You know, you can't get me. The podcast that trims away the extra bits around the whole of science.
The podcast
There you go.
that explores the secret passageways and tunnels of the whole of science.
You're welcome. You should be fired. You should be fired. You're a bad man. You're a bad man. The Wholesome Show is me, Will Grant.
And me, Roderick G. Lamberts.
I'm Badman Lambert.
I'm Roderick the Tunnel Border Lamberts. I'm Remote Rod Lamberts. His name is also Will Grant. I am Rod Lamberts. We are the two people who talk.